Hello, hello! It's World Beater back. We got a mirror match here between Central Scrutinizer with the red side and Butcherbird on the green side. Central Scrutinizer chose Mazdamundi with Nevanamatok and Apotheosis, while Butcherbird went just for a light caster with Nevanamatok 2 and Banishment. So we'll see which one prevails here. Quick little skirmishing game is going to go on. It should go Central Scrutinizer's way. A little bit more invested in the skirmish, as Butcherbird line went for two basic skink skirmishers, while Central Scrutinizer has two chameleon stinks, I do believe. And here, yep, there they are. So should go his way. Butcherbird's still going to do a good job microing it, making sure that he tries to get even trade into here. Because Butcherbird's army is mainly meant for the Razordawn hunting packs to succeed. Because as long as he can protect those, it'll be a pretty good game for him. Central Scrutinizer has been a little bit heavier with the infantry, investing in Temple Guard, a rather expensive unit. Shortens up how much he can bring, but be very good in melee and get through. We'll see what happens. As everyone just starts to kind of posture up, we'll fast forward here a little bit until things start getting off. Just a little bit more skirmishing kicks off. Both armies start to advance here now. A little bit of mistake. Javelin's not quite going off into these Saurus just to do a little bit more damage to them. Help take them out a little bit. There's no way they'll win, but it'll just any damage is good damage at the end of the day. Himmelguard being pulled up. Himmelguard should trade well and do win that fight against the Saurus Spears. It's a little bit more skirmishing goes on. Razordons are being held in reserve here a little bit. But almost like to see them get a little bit more engaged here. They start like this one, start getting shots off on these Temple Guard doing some good damage. As he kind of just holds here with two cavalry, make sure that the Razordons can't get dove on here. A little bit of an opening, but Scrutinizer's not really pushing through here, and probably because he doesn't want to get crossfired. It's not the end of the world for him. Steam cohorts are starting to get their javelins off, but it's kind of a 2v1 here. Nice banishment, though. That's going to do some good damage. What do you got here? Ronin's Time Warp, buffing up the Sword Spears, just going to have them do more damage, really. The speed won't really come into much play there. Razordon's just kind of getting set up. We have a nice Butcherbird gets a charge off without the one Spear Rider's getting their charge off. And he's getting his cavalry in on the skirmishers, making sure everything stays pretty nice and compact. Everything stays protected. Razordons are going to come up here and try to help out this fight. If they get any shots off, it'll be really, really good. As Cold Ones, or Pharaoh Cold Ones, try to hunt down some units there. Here we got Apotheosis, just to heal up those units from the spears. So Scrutinizer's trying to find a gap in here. So he really can't, if he doesn't shut down these Razordon hunting packs, they'll just do so much damage and just wipe out his force. Butcherbird doing really well, just making sure everything stays tight. Getting the good engagements off for him. Razordon's coming up a little bit just to help shoot out there. Front one will go Butcherbird's way for sure, as he has more spears than the Razordons. But we'll see if he can keep his Razordons alive. That's the main question here. Montemuzi is still full health. So is his Lord. Kind of sucky there. I'm pretty sure Netta Amtok went off there on the cold ones, keeping them in place, getting some more shots on them. Blood of Statue just do extra damage. Not really a spell I see much, but see how much damage it does. It ticks away these Temple Guard, just doing good damage. And the Banishment on there is going to do lots of damage to them. Very good, because that's really Central Scrutinizer's main hitting force is the Temple Guard and the Cold One Cavalry. Right now the Cold One Cavalry is getting pretty heavily chased and lit up by the Razordon hunting packs. Just making sure he pulls off anything that overextends over here. But we will see. Razordon still have really good ammo. Maybe we'd like to see him used a little bit more earlier, as he will eventually start to run out of things to protect him with. And there's still a lot of cav here, and if you don't get that ammo, that ammo off, it will not be a very good time for him. As the blob starts to form a little bit here, Razordon's going in, trying to get, what are they going after? Just really trying to get off anything they can. Nice little skirmish there. Razordons just can fish that Temple Guard that's odd on its own. Start to see some major breaks here, though, for the Butcherbird. Nice little opening here, though, for the Razordon to get shots off, and they will do good damage. Apotheosis filling up those cold ones, making sure they stay healthy. And look at that damage. Nice and juicy on Mazdamundi. There's still plenty more for that to come. As cold ones start to stream in here, really starting to try to just get after any range they can get a hold of and shut them down. More damage being poked on Mazdamundi, dude. Loads of damage to him. Temple Guard getting shot in the back. Not going to have a good time there. We got here nice and a Damatok though, keeping everything trapped up so it can't come help peel off his ranged units. And we will see, there's still Razordons here with lots of ammo to be used. Very scary for Central Scrutinizer, as they will just tear up anything that's left here if they do not get shut down. As a, what is that? Another Apotheos, I assume, just to heal everything up. As it kind of fights in this blob here. Routing units coming back for Butcher Bird, make sure he gets them back into the fight. As he starts to advance here a little bit, trying to get his Razordons to use their ammo of when they can. Pushing up Sword Spears with shields so they won't take as much damage here. Just has to make sure they don't get picked off too heavily. It is looking a little risky though. There really doesn't seem that much to really defend his Razordons here. That's his major win condition at this point. If the Razordons can get their ammo off on the targets they need to, it's pretty much game over for Central Scrutinizer. With a nice volley, it's hammered on here into Mazamundi from the Razordons. And loads of damage. And a lot of the heals have not been on Mazamundi, but the Cold Cavalry, so we'll see how much more he has left in the tank to give. Central Scrutinizer is going to push up here a little bit, starts to get his cavalry to go up and around, try to get on those Razordons, shut them down, so they can't keep firing and wrecking him. It'll be a little hard though, since Butcherbird does still have the forces he needs to probably protect them pretty well. Another, what is that? Another Nev Ammontok though, very nice. Gonna let his Razordons get more fire off into this blob, especially get these cold ones. Very, very good stuff here. Not a magic option you see much. Usually it's mostly just Earthbloods and Lore of Life, but the Lightcaster has been very good here in getting those nets of Ammontox off, really punishing Scrutinizer with his Razordons. His Scrutinizer, realizing the danger of the Razordons, tries to push up into here and kind of sacrifice his Cav probably a little bit just to try to get one shut down, since that's so much ammo left. It's really good if you can just get it off the field, even if it's a little bit of a sacrifice. And he is starting to run out of things though to really hamper the Razordon hunting packs from doing what they want to do. Nice management here by Butcherbird though, gonna do some really good damage to these Temple Guard and help the Sword Spears win that engagement. Though Butcherbird's Razordons are getting a little compromised here, we'll see if he can keep protecting them as well as he has been the whole game. Shield of the Old One's very nice, just damage resist and leadership. Another Apotheosis just went off of the Cold Ones, trying to keep them topped up as they fight. As he's gonna pull them over to these healthy Razordons and try to get on them. Central Screw has done a very good job of getting on those now, trying to make sure that he can get those shut down and they won't do as much damage. Though it's not looking the best for him, as really there isn't a lot of his options to chase those off and do damage to them is getting really badly torn up just from the crossfire and the Cold One Riders that are still around here to help fend them off. And it's looking pretty doomed for Central Scrutinizer at this point, as the Razordons are still alive with plenty of ammo just to pick off anything that's left here. Because the Temple Guard, they may be good fighters, but they are not good at taking Razordon shots. That's for sure. Just a little bit more skirmishing, but most of the skirmish is out of ammo at this point. We'll see what he can do. If he can have maybe come back here, I doubt it, but it would be very cool to see more shots just going off into these. Butcher still has plenty of ammo, even if he just shoots at these random things, it really would be the end of the world with how much ammo he still has left on him. I'd like to see these Razordons start firing at the Temple Guard, which they do move up to do. Though the Cold One Cavalry is still harassing them a little bit. Nice shots though, going in here. His Butcherbird's mage is getting a little bit isolated in Temple Guard, but he will be able to pull him back because there's nothing really, no real mass just to keep him in place and hold him down. Butcherbird's done a very good job of just making sure that the Cold One Cav or anything that really Central Scrutinizer set after these Razordons has been mostly taken care of. A little bit of an opening here as some Cold Ones do manage to find a gap in the formation and get on some of these Razordon hunting packs. And that really is, if these Razordon hunting packs die, that really is very bad for Butcherbird and probably bring Central Scrutinizer back into this game. Semble Guard just kind of waddle their way up. They won't really do that much as they don't have the speed. Nice little volley though into the cold one's probably gonna get them to rout, and then they can just flee and run away after that. As it is looking pretty doom and gloom here for Central Scrutinizer. This is the Razordons have been left alive and probably have gotten really good value at this point, as they've been have pretty much free reign for the whole game. Let's see, Screw is just pushing up a little bit, trying to get Mazimundi on the raising pack just to shut them down. Wouldn't mind Butcherbird trying to like separate these out over here, just so they're not so grouped up, and they do have the speed to get away, so it'd be very nice. You're gonna get some nice. There he goes. Gonna get some nice shots though off into Mazimundi. Really, these Kimmy and Skinks are being quite a pain though for the Razordons. And Screw is doing a very good job at keeping the chameleons on top of these Razordons. Just pops Aura of Quetzal on his Lord, just give him some more melee defense. Nice volleys in here though from the Razordon hunting packs and the Mazimundi doing lots of damage. And he should be able to save these Razordon hunting packs and get them back online shooting. Because really, if he can just get these ones or even these ones and just pick off these units that are trying to chase these ones, they'll be really good for the bird. Nice shatter here, and these ones should be free to turn and fire. Should probably, yep, there we go. He keeps making them run away. It's very smart, trying to make sure that Scroot can only chase after one of these without getting crossfired. Is looking. Oh no, that sucks though for him as those Razors were out again, not getting as much value or getting the damage in that they could have. Screw is doing a very good job though at trying to make sure they uses these chameleon skinks and other chameleon skinks to really chase down, and they will do pretty good damage just with how many models they have, and they're not terrible in melee. Sun Mage tries to build these ones out, but we'll see. If these Temple Guard do not die, it'll be a very bad time for Butcher. But more shots go into Mazimundi. Metabuzi is getting very low, and I'm not sure how much more Earthblood or Apotheosis he has left in the tank, but I assume it's not very much. It is really starting to hurt those Razordon shots. As Healing Sinks do route off, and I'll give both of these a free avenue to shoot, and then Butcher will be able to peel these off, and there we go. That is army losses. GG's. Alright, let's get into the value here. Let's see. The Razordons are the main thing that should have got damaged, and they did 2,639 here, 510. So one did really, really well, but they were just alive and being pesky. Feeling our Skinksy Archers just did what they needed to do. Nothing crazy really here, besides these Cold War Riders did actually do pretty well for themselves, most of them just getting on. I assume just the Chameleon Skinks is really where they got their value back from. Then the Slon Mage Priest did really good banishments and Apotheosis nets that game. See, as Mazimundi got less value, Temple Guard, they really didn't have much of a purpose here. Mostly just got shot to pieces, which does suck for Scroot. Coleman Cavalry did alright. Chameleon Skinks did very good for themselves. Skinks Javelins did alright. And that's it, folks. Subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow with more battles and more replays.